Welcome to Mouse to House Campers again, folks. Here today on this glorious spring day is a 2002 Autosleeper symbol on the Peugeot Boxer chassis, 1.9 diesel. I'll just do a quick walk around of the outside and then we'll go a bit further into detail on the inside. As my microphone's not too brilliant, so we're picking up wind noise. Well, what can I tell you about this particular example? It's my favourite conversion, Autosleeper, at the same factory since 1960. Boy, do they know how to make a camper van. I've had various, well, hundreds in fact, of different makes of motorhomes and camper vans over the years, and my father before me. And I can unequivocally say 100% Autosleeper are the best make of camper van in the world. Some would argue with that, maybe mention Heimer. They're certainly more expensive, but they specialise in the more salubrious, as it were, motorhomes. But certainly camper van and medium-sized motorhome, nothing beats the quality of the craftsmanship of this English country company at the same factory since 1960. Everything comes with a build number. Just ring up the parts, quote that build number, and everything is virtually available off the shelf. Right, the reason why this particular example is so special, it's had 3 lady owners, that's all, in 16 years. It's a 2002 vintage, so it's 16 years young. Last lady has had it 6 years. The second owner, she had it for 3 years, and the first owner had it from brand new for 7 years. The last 2 lady owners, I'm told, it's been garaged, so it's been garaged, hence the condition, since 2009. And this, I think, is certainly what they call in the trade concourse condition. There's not a single mark, blemish, certainly nothing that a normal eye, you might be, if you bring a microscope to inspect it, you might find something, but that's how silly and pedantic this inspection will stand up to. Wheel arches, sills, no dents, no tears, no marks on the bumper. It just gets better and better, folks. You can open up the bonnet, look at that. It's not being power washed, it's not what we call in the trade falsely clean to hide oil leaks. You can clearly see it's maybe just have had a wipe over at some stage. Bone dry engine, 1.9 turbo diesel. Battery, nice battery tray. Leisure batteries in the back. So good 1.9 turbo diesel power plant. I certainly can't find on the body that 4-letter word beginning with R, ending in ust. I can't find anything on it. And I'm particularly fussy. Beautiful. It seems such a shame to put this actually into service. I think you could mothball this particular model, put it in a garage, take it to a show. It's certainly a future classic. wasn't exaggerating when I said it was concourse condition. Mains hookup, winter cover for the Truma exhaust, freshwater tank. Underneath there is the tap by the exhaust for the freshwater tank outlet. Right, we'll have a quick look inside. As you can imagine, it's the same inside. Overmats covering the nice carpet. No marks, no rips or tears. Just one thing to note, it's the 2002 last of the Mark 1 Peugeot boxer shapes. People have varying opinions on this. My opinion, after lots of experience, I would much prefer the last of the old shape, which this of course is, than the first of the new shape. That goes with most models, particularly this and the VW T4. The T4 is the perfect example. You have never seen a T5 for sale by myself on all my hundreds of videos and previous sales, as the early T5s were a disaster. Same with this shape of Peugeot. They went on to DPFs, engine managements, computerization, and the early ones, lots of problems, foibles and niggles. Obviously the last of the whole previous shape of this and the T4, they ironed out all the engineering problems and they were absolutely beautiful. Bomb-proof, well engineered, what I call thready Flintstone mechanics. No common rail diesel, just good old-fashioned diesel pump. No DPFs, no engine management lights. I know which I'd prefer. Spotless. Passenger captain swivel. Let's go in the back, folks. Just having a quick look at the rear. We'll go in the side door. It's fitted from the factory, fresh, the Fiorma industry standard F45 model awning. So nice and easy for parts and to order a safari room. You've got the status multi-directional TV aerial above. Bit old hat TVs now in this day and age, but here we have it. Typical of Autosleeper, well engineered, if anything over engineered. There's your TV cabinet stay with your aerial. If your TV will work on 12 volt, there's your 12 volts, or on hookup via the mains. But of course, that's a bit old hat now. I particularly don't like going away with TV. I like to escape the TV. And of course, if you're desperate, need to catch up, it's all downloads, iPlayer, and streaming these days. Blinds, blackout blinds, fly nets, fly screens, midge nets, call them what you like. Beautifully engineered, all operating as they should. We've got the full size opening roof. What's that yellow thing in the sky? I've not seen that in England for a couple of months, but we are in spring now. Nice working gas struts, click clunk, fly screen, and blackout. We'll just operate the lights. As you can see, all operational. And we've got a reading light here. Nice hookup cable. We've got the awning handle light here. Lovely bathroom cabinet. Hot and cold running water. Hot, cold. We've done a full habitation service and check, and everything's found to be working correctly. So the water works on, the hot water rather, works on gas and electric. Show it. Thetford industry standard cassette toilet with flush. Shower tray. Look at that shower tray. Doesn't look like it's been used. It's spotless. Towel hanger. This is typical of Autosleeper to over engineer things. So you can hook that there, and that gives privacy for the person at the back having a shower or changing. It does make me chuckle. So if you've gone away in a camper van this size with your partner and you're a bit too shy to change, well, you make your own minds up, folks. But typical of Autosleeper to think of these things. Fly nets to the vents. Click, clunk. Oh, it's got a spare awning. I think that's my guy who did the habitation check. He's put 2 awning handles in, so it'll come with 1 awning handle. There's a cushion there that's designed to fit perfectly to make into a large bed. I think there's a couple of a couple of filling cushions underneath there. So this side slides out and creates a very large king size double bed, or you can move that round to the front. That front driver's seat can slide forward, and there's a place here, and you can put a filling cushion there and have 2 single beds. Even comes with a matching pair of cushions, unopened, brand spanking new. Rear passenger forward facing seat has got a seat belt, so 3 of you can travel seat belted in. Lots of cupboards and storage. Oh, it's even got the original, I believe. That's for the latest CD player that was fitted by the last lady. MP3 and USB in. And there you have it. You put your music in there via USB. It's all downloads and MP3s these days. But I believe in there is the original cassette player. If you're old enough to know what a cassette player means. So that's the slide out clip, and then this will pull out, as you can feel there, push back in. This is for the central heating, the blown central heating. I think that might be the inlet and that's the outlet. Mains supply. We've even got a kitchen tap on the kitchen sink, and as you can see, totally unmarked. A bit difficult to get the, oh, we can just about see. It's a bit tricky to see the hob working because of daylight, but as you've just seen, look at that for a beautiful blue flame. That's what it's all about. Not sure if I can manage to balance the camera and do the grill, but we'll try. spotless. Doesn't look like it's being used, in fact. There's the oven. Under storage. Access to the Zig unit. So you can access also the panel there. So you've got water that will heat on the mains hookup, as well as while camping on gas. Same with the fridge. You've got 12 volt when driving, mains hookup and gas. Everything's thought about and designed. Even comes with a 3 bottle of water. Freezer. Again, no surprises, spotless. Gas override switches. Again, 2002, 16 years old. The only weak spot I would say is these tend to have a few marks or brush marks after being opened and pushed. So we've replaced them all, even the knobs here, all brand new. We have a good relationship with Autosleeper themselves, so obtaining parts, no problem. Beautiful curtains, but in the back they're only really aesthetically pleasing, as it were. Nice cosmetics because you use the blinds, and on the back of there you've got the silver. Keeps you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. There's your gas Trumatic for your heating, to heat the hot water as well as your central heating. And the click clunk of these fixtures, just look at that for 16 years old. Really top quality engine, English cabinet making. Rear speakers. And that's about it, folks. Beautiful. I drove it back 225 miles from Harlow back to Skaysbrick near sunny Southport. So after that test drive, I can assure you it's perfect. Silky smooth clutch operation. Again, gears silky smooth. Some of the earlier Peugeot boxers and Fiat Ducatos suffered from some synchro problems, but that was only in the early ones. Apparently it was a water leak that comes from the scuttle panel towards the gearbox on a weak seal on the early ones. On the later ones, the over-engineered, as it were, a bit better seals. I've never known one of these later ones have a gearbox crunch, and this is similarly silky smooth, perfect. Not a rattle, shake. Look at that steering wheel. It was just under 50,000 when I collected it. We're now on 50,228. I have been out a couple of times in it myself, so that mileage may rise, but not much. And have a look at some paperwork. I've got a full destruction book, as I like to call them. A logbook showing 2 former keepers, last 2 lady owners. And the last lady owner bought it on the 16th of April 2012. We'll have a quick look at the rest of the paperwork. Full set of keys. I've even got inside a duplicate set with a red master key. There's even a key on there for the safe. Yes, folks, this comes with its own safe. Autosleeper do have a tendency to over-engineer. And there's the safe. And if we get to find the key. And hey presto. Service book fully stamped, every MOT from new. Some invoices, lots of invoices and bills of servicing. Full set of engineers, manuals for the rear, fridge, and all the leisure fitments. That goes into there. And lock that back up again. Here is the original, look at that, the original Blaupunkt cassette player. That's the face, and the head unit is under. And there's the all-important Autosleeper job number. And just Google Autosleeper, ring them up, they'll verify that build number, and all the parts and accessories that you could possibly need are all in stock. This passenger seat, I don't think I demonstrated it. It's just a lever there, and that just slides forward. There's 2 colour bottles in there, and one is lightweight, the more expensive. It's only the bottle that's more expensive, of course your refill is exactly the same. There's your large table, typical of Autosleeper. They supply a large table that can go in there or there, as well as a small table in the wardrobe. I know I'm drumming on a bit, folks, here, but it's just typical of Autosleeper. Over-engineered, think of everything. There's the booster pack for the status aerial, multi-directional, which you can access from inside the cupboard. We'll just switch the master switch off, which is the 12-volt leisure battery, which is fitted under the driver's seat. We'll just do another little quick walk round. So yes, a 2002 Autosleeper symbol, the last that could possibly be fitted on this shape of Peugeot Boxer. Fantastic, desirable model, especially in this condition with this ownership and pedigree. I'll be happy to drive it and deliver it anywhere in the country, and I do mean anywhere, even further by arrangement. If you look on my feedback, I drove one to Malta a few years back. I've taken many a camper to Southern as well as Northern Ireland. So I'll be happy to drive this anywhere before payment is asked for. Of course, that's if you wanted to go through with a purchase. I'll even consider a part exchange. Camper, motorhome, car, motorbike. As long as you're sensible on price needed, just give us a ring. 9 AM till 9 PM, 7 days a week. And we can have a sensible discussion. If you wanted to view it, we'll talk about a part exchange. I can't be any fairer or honest and confident than that.